Hello. Now we are going to discuss about dichotomies. So some dichotomies in the software testing methodologies. The first one is testing versus debugging, function versus structure, designer versus tester, modularity versus efficiency, small versus large, builder versus buyer. So these are also some of the dichotomies which you need to define. Dichotomies means before that dichotomies means differences between like testing, debugging, what are the functional and what are the structural. So how we can vary one and one, like testing versus debugging, function versus structural, designer versus tester, modularity versus efficiency, small versus large, builder versus buyer. So first one is testing versus debugging. So these are all the differences, 7 differences. The first one is, what is the main goal of testing is to detect errors in the program. So the main testing process is need to detect the errors in the program or bugs in the program. So debugging means, goal of debugging is to detect and correct errors in the program. So second, that is one of the difference. Second one is, it is initiated with known conditions. It is initiated with unknown conditions. So for the testing, there is known conditions should be performed. For debugging, there is need to be unknown condition. Next, third one is, testing is performed by a person who does not belong to the company. Anyone can test the particular software application. So he should have uh, some knowledge about the testing tools. But debugging should be done by a person who belongs to the company and has knowledge about outside environment. Debugging means correcting the bugs. So by comparing the tester, debugger should have the more knowledge about the outside environment, whatever the using to debug the errors. The fourth one is, it is not necessary to have design knowledge while performing testing. It is sufficient to have detailed knowledge for debugging. So fifth one, it is necessary to have planned, designed and scheduled constraints. So scheduling, plan, designing should be performed. And while in debugging, it is not necessary to have these constraints. There is no need of conditions, just the bugs will be corrected and implementation done in the best way. So can be defined in one of the dichotomy. Next, coming to the testing is a confirmation or perceptible accuracy. Debugging is a reduction process. So accuracy, it can be perceptible, or the confirmation should be performed based on the test. The tester completed, there is a confirmation. If the tester done some using some tools, there is a confirmation. But in the debugging, the only process is reducing the errors. Debugging reduction process will be done in the debugging. Next one, testing finds out the reason for program failure. The program failures, he or she gives the reason, but in the debugger should perform the justification. Debugger should justify whatever the bug, how the bug is detected, how the bug is corrected, all can be defined in the debugging. So this is one of the dichotomy, testing versus debugging. Next, coming to the next one, functional versus structural. So functional versus structural. This is the functional versus structural. First one, functional testing is also known as white box testing, glass box testing, open box. Functional testing is also known as, another name for functional testing is white box testing, glass box testing, open box testing. For structural testing, it is also known as black box testing, closed box testing, opaque box testing. So these are all some of the names for functional and structural. Second one, it is performed based on the knowledge of the internal structure of source. It is performed without the knowledge of internal structure of the software. So knowledge should be important in the functional testing. Without knowledge also we can perform the structural testing. So next, coming to the testers and programmers dependent on each other. But in the structural, testers and programmers are independent and perform the test individually. Next, here the another dichotomy or a difference. In this functional testing, it takes finite time but cannot detect all bugs. So in the structural testing, it takes infinite time. So it doesn't have any limit but detect all errors. So in the functional testing, the efficiency will be less when compared to the structural testing, but in the structural testing, the efficiency is more. So effective or efficiency will be more in the structural testing compared to the Functional testing less efficiency, structural testing more efficiency. So next, it helps in removing the unnecessary code that may result in some bugs or errors, and it helps disclosing the problems that may raise in functional specification. So if there is any unnecessary code that may result in some bugs, so all those bugs in the determined in the functional testing, and those functional specifications can be defined as a problem. Those problems can be disclosed. It helps disclosing the problems which raises as a functional specification. So this is dichotomy, functional versus structural. Next we'll go for the next dichotomy, designer versus tester. So these are all the differences, designer and tester, same as testing and debugging, tester and designer. So first one, designer, it is based on the structural specification of the system. So functional, structural is same relevant to this designer and tester. It is based on the structural specification of the system. Designer is based on the structural specification and tester is based on the functional specification. So in the designer depends on the implementation detail, but the tester may perform the independent way of the implementation details. So he can take the tasks independently based on the implementation details. So knowledge makes the designer to design software is efficient. Due to lack of implementation details, the developed software is inefficient. So designer have automatically the designer have so much knowledge about the implementation. So in the tester, lack of implementation details. So that's why development will not be done in the tester phase. Next, designer is responsible for designing and executing the test. Tester is only responsible for executing the test. Next, final one, an increase in the knowledge of design increases the probability of generating a fault design. So in some situations, in some cases, designer has the probability for generating the fault design in based on the increase in knowledge of design. So if there is any more amount of knowledge in the design cases, then there is a probability of generating a fault design. So in the tester, an increase in the knowledge of test design increases the probability of eliminating the unnecessary tests. So whatever the retestability should be eliminated based on the increasing knowledge of the test design. It is the probability will be increased. Next, coming to the next dichotomy, modularity, efficiency. So there is no differences, like just it has two ways to define. A module is a discrete, a small, fine, well defined small component of a system. So there is a trade-off between modularity and efficiency. So generally modularity means you all know that modularity is nothing but dividing everything into modules. So if there is why? Because modules. Why? Because we are going to be divided into modules. So the testing process will be done in efficient way. So if the modularity increases, then efficiency also increases. So by testing entire system is better than testing these modules. So that's why the modularity is one of the way to define, one of the component, one of the way to define in the software testing. So that is a module is a discrete, well-defined small component of a system. It is a trade-off between modularity and efficiency. So generally the overall complexity minimization can be achieved by the balance between internal complexity and interface complexity. Internal complexity means all the problem rises internally due to any components which were any problems rising in the internal structure is nothing but balance should be done between the based on the modules. If there is the software application divided into module, there is the balancing should be performed between the module to module. So next, coming to the interface complexity, there is need to define the interface complexity wherever the sharing of data from one sender to the receiver, or wherever from module to 1 to module 2, the interface should be performed. If there is complexity rises as the interface complexity. So this is the modularity versus efficiency. Next, coming to the next one, small versus large. Nothing but small program versus large programs. So these are also some of the differences, dichotomies. First one, small programs have few lines of code, LOC is low, and automatically large programs have large number of LOC. Next, small programs contains few components and large programs totally contains large number of components, and small program doesn't require any technique for testing, but large programs require different types of testing. So generally small programs has designing, coding, testing, debugging, etc. It has phases like designing, coding, testing, debugging. But in the large program, data dictionary should be maintained, cloud should be maintained, or whatever. So all the large programs may consist use it to maintain, to store the data, to perform the unit testing. Unit testing means modules. For the large program, there is need to define the modularity. Modules should be defined. So to store the data and perform the unit testing. Small programs totally efficient, large programs less efficient comparing to the small program. Small programs written by the single programmer, but large programs should be written by the different programs. More number of programmers should be used in the large program. Quality is also high compared to the large program, and quality is low. All the some discrepancies will be defined in the large program, so that's why quality also will be less due to compared to the small program. So this is about small versus large. Next, coming to the next dichotomy, last one, builder versus buyer. So same here also, there is no differences, just what is the builder, what is the buyer, how they interacted. So builder buyer means builder who develops the project, buyer who uses the project. So that is the way here. The builder is a person who is responsible for developing and designing the software. So the buyer is a person who pays for the software for gaining profits. So that's it. Builder means designer who develops the entire software by using all the ways. So buyer is a who pays for the software, paying the software and buying the software for gaining profits. Whatever that profits may lead to whatever in every aspect, in every cases. So that is the builder versus buyer. And user who uses the final recipient of the system. The user is a person who is the final recipient of the system, so who uses the software. So we can say that, like we can see that, for example, there is Amazon is a shopping site. So builder is a Amazon, and buyer means there is some of the products which is related, some linking up those with Amazon, linking up the with Amazon, and user we are buying from this buyer, but buyer have to pay some money to the builder and accessing those details from the builder to the buyer, and buyer gives the product, final product to us. So we are the customer to consume those products. So this is about builder versus buyer, and this is about the dichotomies, 6 dichotomies, some of the dichotomies using in the software testing. So thank you.